Are you a home buyer who's feeling overwhelmed when viewing properties? Maybe you walk into a home for a showing and just completely forget what you're looking for. Or you get distracted by all the nice staging and actually overlook some of the home's blemishes. Well, today I'm going to walk you through the smartest way to view a home, step by step, so that you can make confident decisions and find the home that's truly right for you. Thanks for watching. I'm Lucas Bolahood with the Bolahood Group Real Estate Services here at Coldwell Banker RMR Real Estate. And if you're planning on buying a home here in Durham region or in the area, this video is for you. Because we're going to break down the process of viewing homes, the things you should look for, and mistakes that you can easily avoid, and how to set yourself up for success. So let's dive in, shall we? Step 1. Preparation before even viewing the home. And this starts before you even walk in the front door. Actually, I'd even say before you even hop in the car. And that is getting your pre-approval done. Now, getting pre-approved for financing is an important task, and I look at it almost as if you're going to the grocery store, you've got a whole list of items on your shopping list, but then you look in your wallet and you don't know what money you actually have to spend. So it's really important that you understand what your budget is so we can shop in the proper price range. Then you need to establish a list of what it is you need in the home versus what it is you want in the home. And those are very important things to distinguish the difference from. A need is something that's like a non-negotiable. So it could be the number of bedrooms, the particular location it needs to be in. But then a want or a nice to have would be something like maybe it's a pool or a certain amenity that you would love to see in the home, but you certainly could live without it. Maybe that's an open concept kitchen, for example. So you need to have clarity on those items to help keep you focused and save you time when screening properties. Step 2, first impressions, because they matter. So when you're pulling up to the home, don't rush through the front door to see what's inside. Take a breath and take a walk around the exterior of the property. Take a look at the roof, the driveway, the siding, the landscaping. What's its overall condition? And do you certainly see yourself living in that property, or what feeling do you get when you walk towards the front door? Does the home look well cared for? And what impressions does the overall lot give you? And does it support the lifestyle that you hope to live? Step 3, touring the home the smart way. Now it's pretty common, and we're all susceptible to get distracted by things like staging or fancy cosmetic finishes. But my tip is to start looking with the big picture. The layout, the floor plan. How does the home flow and how does it function? Does that support the things that you and your family like to do? Can you see yourself living in this overall space one day? Does it have potential for your family to grow if that's something that's in the plans? Is the kitchen accessible to the dining room area because you like to entertain? Is there enough natural light? These are all important questions, and you don't want to get hung up on what you can see from a color and decor standpoint like paint, because those things can always be changed. But does the overall potential of the home work for you and your family? Step 4, looking beyond the surfaces. And this takes step 3, but taking a deeper dive into it. Checking the age and the condition of some of the big ticket items. Could be things like windows, could be the furnace, the air conditioner, the roof, some of the plumbing, electrical panel, for example. These are all big ticket items that can cost you a lot, and typically you're not going to finance those improvements through the purchase. These things are going to cost you thousands of dollars to repair later, or you have to plan for if there's only so much life left in those particular items. Like a roof, for example, might last anywhere between 15 to 25 years, depending on the quality of shingle you have on your roof. So those are things you have to plan for, and it's really important to understand what you're walking into in terms of those big ticket items. Step 5, taking detailed notes that you can use when comparing to other properties. So this is a really good exercise to go through to help eliminate or prevent that blur of viewing homes that can occur where you start to get confused. Did this one have that, or did this one have this? And you want to make sure you can get a clear reference in your mind as to what you saw during that particular showing. That might include writing down the pros and the cons, and even some of the things you thought were maybe a red or yellow flag, as they say. You may be able to take photos or video if it's permitted, but certainly it's helpful to be able to reflect back on that showing without second guessing or having to question your memory after viewing so many properties. Step 6, the emotional check-in. So finally, we've had a chance to view our homes, and we take a step back and we reflect. we want to check in with our gut, because buying a home is both a big financial but also a big emotional decision. So we want to check in and ask yourself, can I picture myself waking up in this home? Could I see myself hosting family here? Does it check all the boxes, both logically for what I need right now, but for down the road? Because we know life happens, lifestyle needs change, so we need to think ahead a little bit. And how does that all together make you feel? And then what I suggest clients, buyers typically do, or should do, is put a number on it. Not a price, just a single digit, maybe a double actually. Rank the home out of 10. And the higher up towards 10 you get, the more likely you should probably submit an offer on that property. And this scale, I would even suggest, changes based on the type of market you're in. So if we were to rewind, go back in time a couple of years to when we had 1 month of inventory on the market, and it was a strong seller's market, you might consider, or you might strongly consider offering on a property that you'd rank a 7 out of 10. But under today's conditions, you might be a little bit more critical, or have a higher threshold for what you'd be willing to put an offer on, because there's less competition today, you've got more options available. So you might consider only offering on something that you would rank closer to a 9, 8, or a 9 out of 10. A 10, of course, all day we're going to try and offer on that property. But that threshold can change depending on the conditions in the marketplace too. So it's really important that we check in both with our gut, check in with the numbers. How does this compare with other homes that have sold? How does it compare with other homes that are already for sale? And how does it compare to what we need? So in conclusion, this is all just part of the process. It's fairly fluid. So before you go, just make sure you pay attention to the first impressions, take a look for certain things functionally within the layout. Does that work for your family? Try and look beyond the surfaces, take really solid notes, and try and check in with your gut, because oftentimes it's right. So follow these steps when you're preparing to view a property, and make it a much smoother process for you and your family, so you can have zero doubts about your decision. So if you find this video helpful, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, or even share with any friends or family. And if you're ready to start your home search, feel free to reach out anytime. We're happy to guide you there. So thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a great day, and bye for now.